Hey guys, Kristen Collins, continuing on our theme of self-love and self-care. And self-love and self-care isn't just about being in the present moment and fueling our bodies through nutrition and movement, surrounding ourselves by people that can inspire us or can hold space for us. All of that, those are important tools in our self-love and self-care journey. But what's really coming through for me this week is the opportunity to grow and learn by getting uncomfortable. And that is where I am right now with my self-love and self-care, is how am I continuing to get to know myself and evolve and discover by being vulnerable, taking some chances on things that I'm not comfortable with, and sometimes failing and sometimes succeeding and sometimes I'm not sure which. So that's been happening a lot lately, and I'm wondering, are you saying yes to putting yourself out there in new ways that make you uncomfortable? So this past week, my audiobook of Her Phoenix Rising came out, and this is 9 months after I published, and hearing my own voice share my own story is very uncomfortable. And my husband and I were listening to it in the car, and I'm like trying to be present and trying not to dissociate or distract myself from absorbing my own words on my own journey. It was really, really hard to do. So there was an example that happened to me the other day of, I'm uncomfortable with this, but it's an opportunity for me to continue digesting and learning and growing from my own experiences, my own voice, and getting comfortable in my own skin. Another thing that happened this past week is, after 2.5 years in the making, I finally took the TEDx stage, and thank you, Lee Clark, for bringing that into my space 2.5 years ago. What an expansive, exhausting journey to take that stage. And there were so many beautiful people that were sending well wishes and just energy and positivity, and drove to Tampa to be a part of the actual audience. It was really hard for me to receive that support and that love. And not only did it test me to get up there and trying to concisely make a point in 15 minutes, that's really hard to do, but also to allow myself to receive that love from other. And that was a reflection of myself and my own self-love. I can't live a life of only one way, which is outpouring and giving. I have to allow myself to receive. And it has to be from that place of wholeness and self-love, knowing that it is part of the journey is to also receive love from others. So that was just a huge exercise of discomfort, staying present, allowing the receiving, and not knowing, not controlling the outcome. And still sitting here a couple days later, I'm really, really tired. That was an exhausting experience, but one that I'm thankful that I went through, because it was an exercise in vulnerability. I had no guaranteed outcome. So my question to you is, what are you doing now in real time for your self-love? Are you allowing yourself to be open, to be vulnerable and be authentic without having a guaranteed outcome? Are you allowing others to come on that journey with you? I'm okay if I go out there and I fail and I'm not feeling the other people around me and I'm like, wow, that was embarrassing, right? But actually allowing others to come on that journey and be present for that present moment of me putting myself out there, that was so powerful. And so I wanted to bring that into your consciousness, into your space, is not, as you're working on your self-love, as we all are, and as we're all working on being here now in this present moment, are you opening up that heart to love yourself, be vulnerable, let the outcome be what it is, and let others in and be on that journey with you? So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please, as always, I welcome your reflections. If you are interested in plugging into these conversations and getting into a cadence to support your journey, I do have a weekly e-newsletter that is completely free that just provides tools and tips for you as you're going on your journey of self-love and actualization. You can access that at any time at KristenCollins.com, and from there, sign up for that e-newsletter. please reflect on some of these previous videos. There's so much content to support your journey to health and well-being. And I love your comments letting me know how these things are landing for you and what other topics that we can cover. But this week it came through very strong for me of being here now, accepting self, loving self, being authentic and vulnerable, but also allowing others on that journey so that they can share in that joy or that sorrow in real time, and knowing that it's all going to work out exactly as it's supposed to, so we can continue to learn and grow. So thank you, stay in touch, and until next time, be love. Bye.